on Zoom for us. So again, really appreciate Ben for his help and his leadership in all of this. You're going to be getting your got it message with going on YouTube. And remember that so that we can share this with our friends. Only the speakers, only the spotlighted person that's talking is going to be seen though. So if you're thinking, I don't want to be on YouTube, you don't have to worry about that. And so remember, that's why we do that big mute. And that's why we keep ourselves muted throughout the workout, unless we want to be a team leader and be on YouTube and sharing with our family and friends all these great activities that we like to do. Oh, check it out. I got this. That's a green logo. I hope that
I
doesn't
just
mess with you.
realized it may not have been the best
Was
shirt
not the
on
best shirt.
YouTube.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go with it now. Yeah, show's already started. So, all right, this is a green logo on my shirt, and I have a green screen, and it just looks a little funky. I know what I can do though to probably help out with that. Let's change that background up, and let's maybe put on something a little bit simpler for right now. There we go. Does that help? Makes it just blue.
Yep.
Kind of matches in. It's not as distracting. So pretty neat stuff right there. And so everybody, remember, we are here. We're going live. We have our green screen stuff going on. I just made it green. And let's go ahead and do this workout. So remember, we're going to start by warming up our neck. We got to get our head in the game, and we can do that by getting our neck loosened up. But before we do that, we are going to have our friend Bobby lead us in the breathing motto. And then actually, I think, Bobby, I remember you saying you want to do some head circles and stuff. You want to do that side by side with me? Let's do that. All right. So we got that going on there. Me and Ben are working as a team here. And how you doing, Bobby?
I'm doing good. Before we start, I just want to share some good news.
Awesome.
I got my chair measurement, and I'm getting a brand new wheelchair.
Yes.
It should be here in like a month.
Oh, Bobby, that's great, man.
I'm shooting for February.
Yes.
That's what I'm shooting for.
Oh man, take that energy into this breathing motto, man. That makes me excited, Bobby.
Yeah, that makes me excited too. On that note, with that being said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. Breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. And breathe out the worst. And breathe in your power so you can reach your goals first for the new year.
For the new year. That's right. We have 361 or 60 days. 360 days.
And that's a long time.
A long time. That is a long time for us to reach those goals. Bobby, you want to, let's do those head circles. I'll get moving here with you. Let's do it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
Wow. Wow, Bobby. That was some endurance.
Yes.
Great stuff, man. You want to go side to side? You want to do 50 again?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50.
Wow. I feel like I was just a blur throughout a lot of that, but Bobby, that was great. And remember, when we're doing this endurance, we're being real gentle with our movements. We're not trying to really muscle it. We're just trying to move.
Now I'm gonna head it back over to you. Thank you, everybody.
Great job, Bobby. Excellent job getting us leading off there with some endurance challenges for our neck. Now, I'm not going to have us do 50 up and downs, although that's not a bad idea because remember, the amount of time we spend in this down position, it's already way too much because of the technology. But we want to get ourselves in that up position. So let's maybe do about 5 or 10. But first, leadership, Nick, he's saying he's bringing his leadership in, calling a water break. So let's do it. Cannot argue with somebody calling a water break. And that is just so important that we're drinking water. And if you're a team leader and you're on these workouts and you're thinking it's time for a water break, just like Nick did, he used the chat room. He threw it out there.
You can't deny anybody for a water break anyway.
Well, you would never want to. That's absolutely right, Bobby. Absolutely right. And so great job bringing this up because remember, we want to make sure that hydration, that's going to be one of our goals in 2020. Remember, we had talked about that on the Friday Night Fitness Social and on Monday's workout. Let's see if I can move this chair over. There we go, right about there. And hydration is just so important for having a healthy body and healthy muscles and a healthy mind. And so we're going to work harder than ever this year on doing a really good hydration plan and making sure that we're getting a lot of water in every single day. It's not just something you do on maybe Monday. You're drinking water. You got to do it every day of the week, 7 days a week, 360 more days out of this year. So let's do those down and up. So let's go ahead and we're going to tuck our chin. We're going to bring our chin down and then we're going to lift our head up and we're going to bring our neck up right there. And then we're going to bring it back down. So here, I'll show you from the side. I'm going to turn here and then I'm just going up. And then you can see the top of my hat's lifting. Now it's going down, looking straight down, tucking my chin. I'm almost touching my chin to my chest. And then as I go up here, I'm just reaching my chin up to the ceiling, lifting it up, holding it up. It's a little bit more difficult when you're trying to talk than if I'm just doing it. If I don't worry about talking, I can actually get a little bit more range of motion. So again, with this one, I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just trying to gently move my head up and down on my neck. Okay, so I got my neck right here, bringing it up, tucking it in, up and down. Just the head moving on top of my neck. All right. Who heard me earlier when I said I had a headache? When y'all see me do a squint like that, that's because, ow, it hurts. All right, the next one we're going to do is going to be the ear lift. This one's probably going to feel real good. I'm back straight here at the camera, and this is going to be the one where I'm going to be lifting my head and trying to stretch the side of my neck right here, all the way from my ear, kind of down here to my shoulder, down towards remember the deltoid. We got the trapezius. Who remembers the big long name for this one? It started with an S. Who remembers that one? Even if you don't get the spelling right, if you remember, what was that? It's super long, fancy name. Why did they have to name it so fancy? Well, because it's a descriptor. All the muscles in the body, they're named in a way that helps you understand their locations and their functions. And we're getting some chat room comments here. Let's go ahead and go. Oh, nice.
Bernie says she wants to be a
Bernie.
team leader.
Bernie wants to do some leadership. You got it, Bernie. We're going to have time for some leadership
And then
today.
breathing at the end.
And Nick knows the name of the muscle. I'm going to do 2 more of these and I'm going to stretch out that muscle. Nick, are you going to save your answer until when you're unmuted? You know it? All right. Thumbs up on that. Nice. All right. Last one that we're going to do for our head. Carla's going to be working out with exercise ball here in a little bit. So we'll have that on standby too, for sure. I'm going to be using a little pumpkin. The last one is that giraffe neck with the giraffe head turtleneck. I like saying it that way because turtleneck's funny. It's the shirt. People wear the turtleneck. So here's the giraffe head. And you can see it looks like my head. It's almost like a 3D movie. It's coming right here forward. And then I'm bringing it back and I'm tucking my chin. I'm trying to still keep my neck straight. You know, I'm not tucking down. My head's up, but it's all going backwards. And it's like I'm trying to hide like a turtle. Now I'm going to stretch it back out like a giraffe. And wow, I get a nice stretch here through my shoulders, all the way down. My whole structure of my upper body here where my neck connects. It's going to just really like this movement of going in. And you're going to feel this one, remember, in the back of your neck. All right, in the back here. And then you're going to reach out. Oh, it's a good stretch, just like a giraffe trying to get up to the tallest eucalyptus tree. And then let's bring it one more back in with the turtle. And it's like, imagine if a turtle just saw a giraffe. He'd probably, because that's huge. Turtle would be so scared to be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get stepped on by this big giraffe. So now that we got our head moving around, we had our neck moving around. Bobby had us in some great endurance in the beginning. We're going to keep that going. And now we're going to the shoulder movements. So this is going to be now, think about how your shoulders feel right now at this very minute. Mine feel fine. I don't really even notice them a whole lot. I can't really even tell much about them. But watch how they start to feel after just a few moments and just a few minutes of starting to exercise. We're going to start to feel muscles again, like the trapezius in the deltoid. We're going to start to be able to feel our pecs and also remember our rhomboids, that muscle in the middle of our upper back. So important. Remember, the shoulder blades are now starting to move around. And none of that stuff was really moving around a whole lot when we were just working out our head and neck. We were kind of focused on the head and the neck. But now we're getting into that upper body, and you can move the upper body in so many ways. And remember, I know all of you know the 3 planes of motion that we work in, which is, remember, forward and backward. It's hard to tell, but watch, I'm going forward and backwards, forward. That's really hard to tell in a black shirt, but trust me, I'm going forwards and backwards. All right. Side to side. This would kind of be side to side in the shoulder. All right. Maybe this would be the side to side in the shoulder. All right. And then also, again, in rotation, moving in rotation. So I got my shoulders all the way up. Look, my trapezius right here. I can touch it. It's close to my ears. And now as I bring it all the way down, the same muscle, well, now it's a whole lot further away from my body. So remember, it's stretching. It's getting longer and shorter. And just like you can see just on any kind of band. All right. As something stretches, it gets longer and then it wants to bounce back. Remember, if I take this rubber band right here and I'll let go of it, it's going to go right back to its natural state. And in our body, all of our muscles, they have a natural state that they want to be in during all of our normal times. But then there's going to be a state where they're contracted, where they're getting shorter and maybe bringing a bone closer to the body. Or maybe they're going to extend out. They're going to reach out. So remember, this is what we're working on with fitness. And this is what's going to help you to improve your skills in 2022, no matter what they might be. So next up is going to be the elbow circle. Now, that little bit of chatting that I just did, that also gave us some time to rest our shoulders. Now, who started to feel, man, my shoulders were really starting to feel it. And then Coach John started to talk. And so we rested. And then my shoulders started to feel good again. And now here we are doing another exercise. Well, that's how it works. We're going to be able to work out our body to a point where you're going to feel the muscles in the body might even all say, hey, you know what? We need to stop. We need to take a break. We need to change direction maybe. And you can do that. And then you can come on back because while you're taking that break, your heart's not taking a break. and your lungs aren't taking a break. And so your body is still working to recover, and it wants to recover quickly. It wants you to be ready to go. We got a couple more of these elbow circles. Keep it going. I'm doing kayak style, but you can do these one at a time. These are great to do one at a time because you can be super focused on the elbow circle. I'm making a small circle. I'm going to make a big circle. I'm going to do a back and forth with my elbow. I can be super concentrating on where I want that elbow to move my shoulder. And that's a great way to think about it. When I add in the arm circles, now I'm adding in the whole weight of my arm. It's not close to here anymore. So we're going to add that weight into the resistance that our arms, our shoulders are going to have to take. And I'm going to do a couple of these arm circles. Well, what's going on here? You know, I like my green screen to look good. All right. So I'm doing my arm circles. My arms are out of the screen because I'm holding them out to the side. If you're sitting on the couch next to somebody doing this workout, you might not want to hold your arms out to the side because you'd be bumping them in the face right now, maybe. So you might hold your arms out in front, and that's good too. You might think, well, I got a table right here in front of me. I don't want to do this in front. You could, there's Nick, he's doing it. You could bring your arms over your head. You could lift your arms over your head and do arm circles. Because as you're doing these arm circles, what you're doing is you're telling your shoulder, I love you, shoulder, and I want you to be healthy all around, not just on the top. A lot of folks, they get strong on the top, and remember, they forget about the muscles in their armpit. And these muscles are so important that we want to move them, and we want to really incorporate them in our activities. We're going to do a lot of that today with using, remember, a stretchy band, a resistance band. We'll have that come in later on. Of course, the one I have, it's teal. Who would have thought the teal would come through on the green screen like that too? All right. Next one we have is Nick's already doing it. He's doing the side to side rock. So this is with no teacup going. We're not using our arms at all. We're giving our arms a break. But you might have felt that difference, especially in your deltoids, your trapezius. And again, remember the rhomboids in the back. All right, now Nick took it up, and I'm going to go along with him. We're now doing the overhead reach. So this is taking us into a full teacup here. If this doesn't feel good for your shoulder, maybe go across the body. There we go. Or you can do the coffee pot, which the coffee pot, really not going to use the shoulder at all. We're just going to hold our hand off to the side and just do like a bend, like we're tipping over, like we were trying to hold something in our hand and pour it out. So I'm going to do from top to bottom. I'm going to go teacup, teacup, and then I'm going to do the front twist. We can call this a front twist. And then I'm going to do, coffee pot changes it up. All right. So that's kind of fun. That's a mental challenge too. Let's do it again. So I got an overhead bend with the teacup. Then I got a rotation reach. And then I got to switch it up to the same side with the coffee pot. This is a nice little combination of 3 movements. Let's do it. How many more times, Nick? 2 more times? I think Nick's agreeing. Remember, everybody, Nick is in our first ever. We're creating it right now on the fly. And Nick is helping to pave the way for our training apprenticeship. You know, so if you wanted to be a peer trainer, I'm talking about leading a whole class. Maybe it's a 10-minute class. Maybe it's 30. Maybe one day I'm not feeling good, or I got to be somewhere and the class has to keep going. Nice job. Well, that's what this leadership program is about. And that way our workouts can continue with the consistency that we created back in 2020. And then we kept it going in 2021. And now here we go in 2022. Remember, we did over 200 hours of fitness last year. And that's incredible, incredible. That's something to be proud of. And so what do you got for us next, Nick? Are we going to do hands next? Or are we doing witch's pot? No, we're going. I want to do what you want to do, man. All right. We're going with the hands. All right. Nick's throwing us for, again, a nice loop. I like it. He's keeping us with the upper body. So we're still focusing on our upper body muscles, and we're focusing on the connection now with our mind and with our hands. So you can see, I'm not just closing my hands and open them up. This is This is doing that. And I can do this is very relaxing, but I'm gonna make a fist. I'm gonna squeeze my hands. I'm gonna engage my forearm. All right. And then I'm gonna open them up right here. I'm gonna open up. I got all these extensor muscles that are gonna help me to lift and gonna help me to have a good balance in my hand. All right. So again, I can lift them up and I'm stretching up and I'm gonna feel it. Remember the other day, we did that exercise where we were working out our wrist on the desk, just lifting it up, doing that with the ankles. Remember, that exercise is going to help to increase these muscles, their ability to be team players for the wrist. And that wrist is going to need them because our hands, remember, this is our first point of contact for almost everything we do. We go at everything with our hands. And so we got to make sure that the hands are strong, that the wrists are strong, the elbows are strong, the shoulder. And then when we get into the core, we want to make sure that all the foundation in our body, our ribs and all the muscles that all around our spine and up to our head, that they're all the best that they can be. So that if our arms and our hands decide to do something that's difficult, maybe lift something that's heavy, maybe we are worried that, hey, I might fall on the ground and my arms are going to have to support me. We want them to be strong for that. We want them to be able to say, hey, I can take care of the whole rest of my connection. So the arm's going to be responsible. It's going to feel first. And then the brain's going to have that signal for everybody else to say, this is what we got to do. All right, Nick's taking us into that witch's pot. So here we go. And remember, don't worry if in the training process, it takes a little while and it takes a couple times to where we're, having to work through getting it. It's definitely worth working through the process. And, sometimes it seems like it's a lot of work to get to the point of being so strong to where you're almost going to feel, and you're never maybe going to feel like you're invincible, but you want to feel confident. And that's what strength can give you. It can give you confidence. And because you're a part of this team, your confidence will be proper. You're not going to be like some of those folks who think they can just do all kinds of crazy, dangerous stuff and they are not ready for it. You're going to be thinking, I'm smart, I'm calculated, I have a team, and I'm going to adapt my situation and I'm going to make this work out for me. Just like we do with everything we do in our day-to-day, we're going to take that into our fitness and into our life goals too. Remember, this witch's pot, we're trying to bring two arms out and bring it around. We haven't done anything like this in the workout yet. Nothing with two hands together. Now, you don't have to have them together. If I was holding this, doing it, like I got my baseball bat here, if I was doing the witch's pot, I'd just be stirring the witch's pot, again, imagine that. So this exercise is about both arms coming in and then reaching out. And if you're standing up, remember, you're going to maybe do a little squat on the way out, down and out, up and in. That's what I like to think. Down and out, up and in, down and out, up and in. Who wants a water break? Ben snuck one in. I like it. Good stuff, guys. All right. Next thing we're going to do, we are going to do similar to the witch's pot, but elbow circles. So it's not just circles. Remember, I say circles, but that means all three planes of motion. And so up and down with our elbows, I can have my hands together or separated. So here I'm just going up and down with my elbow. And again, I can do this one at a time also. So this would be my high elbow lift and then a double high elbow lift. And then I'm bringing them back. So I can bring them down, but I can bring them back too. So now I'm going to go all the way up and then I'm going to go all the way back. And you can see I hit my hat. I kind of stop going back right when my trapezius kind of get involved there. So all the way up, going all the way back. And I got my elbow right about there. And you know what? That looks like I could probably improve that. I'm going to go all the way up, all the way back. Nice. Now we're going to go across the front. So again, I can do kind of like Carrie's bear hug, or we can do a twist like this. So we got a couple options. I can move my elbows, go in here. We just want to think about moving the elbow side to side in front of the body here. So I'm over here. I got this one here, kind of like a I called this one the Eagle's Wing earlier. Take a water break. Nice. After I'm done with this. All right. You got it, Bernie. Bernie's looking out for me. And remember, everybody, I'm at home this week because I got sick on the weekend and still not feeling too great. And so staying home, staying safe, staying here with Charlie Brown. But we're still doing our workouts and we're still drinking lots of water. All right. Let's see. Well, we already did our elbow circles. Remember, if you're standing up, I think we're not going to do them right now because I got a couple other things we do. But I want you to think about doing the knee tap, elbow tap sometime today. Maybe we'll get it later on. But knee tap, elbow tap, and also doing the knee circles and also maybe doing the ankle circles, moving your ankles around just like how we did the wrists. So we also want to work on that. All right. I'm sitting down for this whole workout. And if you want to stand up and do some of those exercises, remember also a good one to do would be to practice some of those squats. You know, Forrest has shown us the squats. And if we're sitting down, that's going to be real similar to that double elbow lift that we just did right there. If we're sitting down and we're working on, again, our core and getting that extension in the core, it's really nice. So the next thing we're going to do, I think we got eye circles, breath hold, and a great big smile. So let's go ahead and do eye circles. I'll have another water break. Always drinking lots and lots of water. I wish I had an apple with me too. I don't have my apple today and I miss it. My body's like, where's the apple, Coach Sean? So I have to get myself an apple after the workout. So now for these eye circles, remember, this is going to look a lot different right now because we're going to switch over into that mode where I'm going to start looking right at the camera. Look at how different. I know it looks different because imagine if you were ever watching TV or a movie and the actor looked right at the camera and stopped their scene and was like, hey, Ben, thanks for watching the show. Wouldn't that be neat? But, you know, that doesn't happen too often when you're on regular TV, but this is our own program. We can do what we want. And right now, we're going to move our eyes around. So I'm starting off by looking right at the camera. I'm really looking in there. And then now I'm going to look up at my hat, looking out my window, up at the sky. It's a blue sky here in San Diego. And now I'm going to look down at my keyboard. And I'm trying not to move my head. I'm trying only to move my eyes looking up. And then I'm going to go back down. Let's go one more time. I'm going to go up and back down. Nice. And then now let's go side to side. So this is going to be the one that's going to really get my headache going, but that's okay. We're going to get it in. And I'm going to go to the left over here. I can see my fish tank. And then to the right over here, I can see out here in my garden. And then over here to the left. Nice. Again, I'm trying not to move my head. Over to the right. Oh, you saw my head move just a little bit. It's because my head hurts. And then to the left, one more. And to the right. Nice. All right. So we have breath hold and great big smile left. Let's do the great big smile. Are we doing that at the end, Nick, like we talked about on Monday? All right, I got the thumbs up from Nick on that. So I think Nick's going to be, when he closes us out at the end of this workout, we'll also do great big smile with him. So let's go ahead and do a breath hold right now. So remember our breath hold, we are going to choose to hold our breath. That's something that we can do just like we chose to do all of these movements with our body. You made that choice. And because you did make that choice, your body's going to get stronger now. Imagine if we were sitting around watching some TV show that we've already even seen, watching a rerun. Can you imagine watching a rerun of a TV show, not doing nothing, or you're doing this workout? Well, which one do you think is going to add up to reaching your goals in 2022? I bet doing this workout, doing what you're doing right now, this is what we got to do. We have to make that decision. And now I'm going to make a decision to hold my breath for as long as I can. Well, 20 seconds. But if I wanted to go for as long as I can, I could try that. And you could try that too. But let's just try for 20 seconds today. So we're going to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathing in and holding. Nice. I don't know about you, but I'm getting really good at the 15 and the 20-second breath holds. And don't think that if those are easy, that they're not also doing something good for you, because anytime you're doing focused breathing, you are going to be helping your body to work with oxygen. And guess what? Oxygen fuels your body. When you breathe in, that's energy. You're breathing in energy, and you can use it. Who's heard of aerobics? You can use it for aerobic activity. And that's activity where we're going to use that oxygen for breathing. Bernie later on, when she leads us, when she does the jumping jacks, that's an aerobic activity. When we do Cole's 5K, that's an aerobic activity. And we are using oxygen even right now to help us with creating energy and keeping our body happy and healthy. All right. Well, so what do we got? Nick's trying to say something. Nick's trying to get in here. I think we got Carla's going to come up first. Is that right? We're looking at the leadership, or are we sticking with me? Good call. I don't know who said that, but let's stick with me for a second and do these resistance bands. I keep missing out on doing these. Let's everybody grab a resistance band if you have one. If you don't, we can do this with our imagination. We can pretend that we're stretching the band and that we're drawing the sword and that we're doing these activities. I'm also going to show you a little adaptation on how I did this. Nice. So we'll have, after this, let's have Carla go with the ball, and then we'll have Bernie following Carla. Bernie's going to be doing the jacks in the stick and the weight. So she's going to have a trifecta, and it looks like Nick's also jumping in there too. So here with this band, I've done a couple things to modify it because my band didn't have a hook at the end. And here, just for a moment, we got to just eliminate all the fun and games because I got to show you what we got going on here. Look at that. That's the real green screen. So, all right. And so you can see the shirt. It's green. All right. So what I did, this is my stretchy band. And this one, it's a little bit of a short one. It's a real good size. I have it in a little knot right here, and I put a little zip tie on it. Now, I'm not saying you got to do this, but what I'm showing you is that you might have to be thinking adaptively. You have to use your adaptive thought process to think about, how am I going to maybe use a resistance band to do the exercises I want to do? Some of the exercises we can do holding on with two hands. Some exercises you're holding on with one hand. So this isn't doing anything, right? I need the band to stretch. I need it to be attached to something so that when I pull, it stretches. When I have it with two hands, my other hand is the anchor. But what we're going to talk about a little bit today is how we can anchor that band in a couple of exercises that we can do. But first, let's start off with some of our classic band exercises. We've done these with our friend Clinton in the past, and let's do a couple of those. So this is the band pull across the front of the body. And I'm going to show you something. I'm going to kind of be moving sideways on this because I'm not just pulling it. This is a horrible shirt to be wearing today. I'm not just pulling it with my shoulder. I'm using the muscles in my back, which are impossible to see in a black shirt. And I'm working out my rhomboid. So you got to think about the rhomboid. Remember, in the very middle of your back. Let's do about 5 more. And when you pull it apart, kind of lock it in with the rhomboid, and you can feel it. If you're doing it like me, you're feeling this right in the middle of your back. And that's where the rhomboid is. It's connected to the shoulder blades. All right, let's do about 2, 3 more, and we can hold it right there. And there's a difference between this, where I know it's hard to see, but I'm really just using my arms and my posterior part of my deltoid. But what I really want to focus on is that rhomboid in the back, taking ownership of this band. Nice. All right, now let's do the overhead stretch. This one's real similar. Oh, Nick went to draw the sword. Let's go. Let's draw the sword, Nick. Boom. I like it. So drawing the sword. This is 2-hand. I'm holding one hand down by my side like I have a sword on my hip. And I'm going to take my other hand and I'm going to pull the sword out of the sheath. I'm still holding on tight down here. If I let go, it'll pop. It might pop me. And we're going to draw the sword up and down. Going up and down. See if I can scoot back here a little more without knocking things down. All right, here we go. Up and down, drawing that sword, pulling it. And this, again, this is going to be a great exercise, again, for that posterior part of the shoulder. So here I switched over to the other side here. And again, I'm just extending my arm out. I reach down here to kind of bring everything relaxed right here. My arm's pretty relaxed, but right here, oh, this is having to do something. Now, again, think about that rhomboid. Think about the middle of your back owning this pull. When you get it here, if you're right here, that's not going to be quite where you want. You want to get that rhomboid all the way in the middle. There you go. Nice. Let's do about 2 more of those. 2 more. 1 and 2. Nice. Sometimes when I'm getting excited, it's because I can see some of my friends working out, and y'all don't know who I can see, but I'm telling you, I can see some of y'all, and you're doing a great job. You're doing a really great job with these workouts. All right, let's bring it down. This is going to be, we can bring it down in front of our body, or we could even bring it down kind of behind. Who's calling me right now? Who is that? They don't know we're in a workout right now. All right, so let's go ahead, bring it down and up, and then maybe again down in front. Okay, so these are, again, some good mobilizing exercises. But what I want to show you big time is, again, a couple of them where I'm going to anchor this. So I'm going to move this little stool I was on, and now I'm going to bring in, hopefully I didn't mess up my sound either. Bring in the office chair. Wow, you guys haven't seen this thing in a while. So with the office chair, what I want to show you, and this is something that you might be able to do if you have a wheelchair, and you might be able to have attachment points at different areas. So again, you don't have to do what I'm doing right here necessarily. I'm just showing you how you can be creative, and you can think like, well, how could I hook up this band? So check this out. I got my zip ties here. Okay. And those were cheap. I like doing stuff that's real cheap, and anybody can try to do it. And I'm going to put this around. This is like a little, like a twisty tie, not quite like from a bread, but this is a twisty tie from my garden. So that kind of helps me. So it's a little, so now look at that. All of a sudden, remember how we were talking about with 2 hands, I'm holding on to this band, no problem. But if I wanted to do an exercise with just 1 hand, I have to anchor the band. And so look, this is about 10 cents is probably how much this cost me to create that little anchor point. And now I could easily take that off, and I could put it maybe down around the wheel. But now what I can do with this, and if you're at home, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do first an elbow extension. Okay, so I'm going to take this here. I'm going to hold on to my band. I'm going to lift my elbow up. All right, I'm going to find a good place, and then I'm going to reach out like this. So I'm going out and back, just like this. We're going to do about 10 of these. If you don't have a band, you can use your imagination with this. Now, another exercise that we want to practice, especially when we're doing stuff like this, where we have tension in the band, and when I'm holding it out here, I'm going to get it in my core. And so you could even hook this up to like the door and things like that. Nice. I see Nick's trying to do it using 2 hands. Nice. Now, another one we can do is going to be the chest press. So I'm going to hold the band just in my hand. I'm going to give it a good tight squeeze. I'm going to bring it out and back. So now I'm going to push my arm out. I'm going to kind of hold it out. But the big thing we like about bands is that they fire up your stabilizer muscles, and they fire up a lot of core stabilizers. So when you're doing these exercises, I also want you to think about making your torso tall. And even if you're sitting down, I want you to think about being tall, having space in your ribs, having space throughout your spine. You can see the difference. This is me sitting all crumpled up. And then if I'm just going to think about being nice and tall, I want to hold that position while I'm doing these exercises. That's going to really engage those muscles around my spine. So let's do a couple more presses like this. And this will be the last one I'm going to show on this. Again, I wanted to show this because some of my friends are looking to do some workouts with bands. And look, again, I just come over here. I can do this right here maybe. and I just had this right here. So again, it was just a zip tie, and this is a little bit of a garden wire. All right. You know, I like being in with my plants, and I got this. And so this allowed me to anchor that band. Now I could anchor this down low, but we're going to do a whole bunch of videos on different ways to use bands from different positions, whether it's you doing the band, somebody else may be holding it, or something holding on to it. So let's go ahead and we're going to get Carla. Carla, let's have a spotlight share. I like sharing the spotlight with all my leaders. And Carla's got a ball. I couldn't find a ball in time. The show was beginning. So I found, is this going to work, Carla?
Yeah, it's gonna work. Yeah.
Pumpkin? Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna
All
work.
right. I'm going to be using my pumpkin. All right. So Carla's got a ball. Is that a bounce ball or is it a heavy ball?
It's a bounce ball.
It's a bounce ball. Okay, great. I like bouncy balls. We can do a lot with what are we going to do with that bouncy ball? Oh, she's throwing it up and catching it side to side. I love it. So I'm throwing the pumpkin.
2, 3,
Nice.
4, 5, 6, 7.
She's throwing it up there pretty
8,
high now.
9,
Nice.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Remember, you can throw anything and catch it. Oh, nice.
1,
Taking us to a ball
2,
press
3,
and twist.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1,
Nice.
2,
Forward press.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Nice. Great job.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1, 2,
Two-hand throw.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Throw it, Nick.
9, and 10.
Nice job, Carla.
Oh, Coach John.
What's up?
I put in the chat for Coach Marty for sign language on Friday night.
Absolutely.
And my resolutions will be to do the running K for you.
Yes, we're
I
going
want
to
to
do
do
that.
it with you.
Absolutely. Nice. So that's already, we've heard now 2 resolutions. And again, you got to be thinking about those resolutions because we are in that window of time, 360 days left in this year. That is a long time. And now we have our friend Bernie. She's joining us. And I think she's going to probably say we got to have some water. All right. Nice and hydrating for the body. Water is all we really need. Sometimes I like to have electrolyte drinks and sometimes even those flavored water drinks. But remember, we want to really avoid sugary drinks. All right. What do you got for us today, Bernie? I needed that. Nice deep breath. I feel relaxed. Oh, but now we're going to jumping jacks. All right, let's do it. All right. How many? 50? I'm bringing up a background.
She said 55.
55? Oh my gosh. We can do that. There we go. All right. So remember, I'm going to be doing my seated jacks, be going up, giving a clap. Bernie's going to be jumping up. We're going for 55 jumping jacks. This is an endurance challenge. This is a cardiovascular challenge. I'm ready. Bernie, are you ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jumping jack.
Jumping jacks go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Go 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Nice job, Bernie. Woo. Let's take a deep breath after that. The road. How much?
134.
Woo, that's a great heartbeat. Remember, everybody, when we do cardiovascular exercises, our heartbeat, it'll beat fast and then it'll slow back down. And that is our super important recovery time. And we want to improve that to be the best it can be. And Jabernie's showing us a way to do that. She's going from one exercise and now she's going to go to an exercise that's taking it a little bit easier. And we're going for the baton spin with the high knee marching. And go ahead and count loud.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
And the back stretch. So she's going to put that stick behind her back. If you don't have a stick, remember, you could put your hands just on your hips and then kind of lean forward. And then you're going to lean up to the sky. This baseball bat, it kind of works for me a little bit. Remember, this is a real gentle exercise. This is one that you can take it easy on it. Let's see if I scoot back here. Oh, that was it. All right. I got one more in. All right. So now she's going for the twisty tap. She does a baton spin and then a reach over her shoulder, kind of over under the shoulder, but around her back. And she's getting that chair that's behind her. So she has an accuracy move there. I'm doing a spin here and then reaching down and just kind of tapping the ground right where the green screen meets the floor. Nice. Doing a spin and a twist reach. And I think we got Nick's going to be coming up next after this. Before that, real quick, Nick, I want to show everybody one thing with I'm going to use the baseball bat after Bernie does her weights. Nice job, Bernie. Keep it going.
Thank you.
17. Counting loud. That's it. All right. That was it. Maybe that was 19. All right. We got. Oh, I think Bernie's still going to be doing the
I'm
weights.
sorry.
That's okay. Good stuff. So Bernie's getting that kettlebell. Remember, if you don't have a kettlebell weight, you can use your imagination too. You can just pretend you're holding one in your hand.
Thank you. I will do Statue of Liberty.
The Statue of Liberty. So with the Statue of Liberty, she's gonna reach down and light the fire for the torch. So she reaches down, lights the fire, then reaches up, holds it up to the sky. 2. Nice. Counting loud, Bernie. There you go.
3,
You can do this with 2 hands. You can do this with 1 hand. 5. Bernie, try to do one with 1 hand. Hold that weight on the side. Yep. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Here we go.
1,
Oh, she got it out. Nice job.
2,
And then switch to the other hand.
3,
Nice job, Bernie. And then back to 2 hands. So Bernie's showing us, look, you can do this 1 hand or 2 hands, just like the Statue of Liberty, lighting that fire, lifting it up high. This is a lift to overhead press.
7,
Nice job. Keep it going, Bernie. Has there got a couple more?
8,
8. We do have a couple more. Here we go.
9,
9 and
10,
10. Great job, Bernie. I like that Statue of Liberty. You got to get a good Statue of Liberty picture on here so that we can show everybody that. All right.
Coach, I'm going to breathe at the end. Is that okay?
I think you are doing breathing at the end. Yep. I think y'all worked that out even before I was on. I love that. That's some cool leadership. What's neat is when you have a team and when you show up and your team is already there, already on time, already in training mode. Hey, Nick, you got your exercise stick with you? Let's have a sip of water and then I'm going to do baseball bat. I want you to, you're going to do this with your exercise stick. So what we're going to do here.
You died. I heard the ball.
You don't have the stick today?
I do.
Do this exercise with me and then let's do some so what I want you to do, Nick, is I want you to hold the stick right in the middle with one hand. And I want you to work on just twisting it side to side like that. So you might have to move a little more in the middle, but try to get it up in the air. There you go. And so we're going to be twisting the stick, kind of like Carrie's water bottle.
Whoa, they're hard.
It is hard. I know it is. All right. Now, what I want you to think about is just moving it up and down again, like Carrie's water bottle. Nice. All right. Moving that wrist up and down, just working out our wrist. Now, what I can do with the baseball bat or with the stick is as I get this, I can work this over here to the side. So look at my wrist right here and just doing like a hammer. There you go, Nick, like a hammer chop. Hold it more in the middle then and hammer chop. And I'm trying to hold my wrist steady. So there you go. So if you're doing this without anything, you're going to be twisting your wrist and imagine you're hitting something with a hammer. Like you got a nail. There we go. And so we're working on that. Nick, can you feel that all in here?
Yeah, I
Me
did.
too. Me too. And that's what we want. I'm going to switch over to my other hand and I'm going to do a couple of twists with my left. And then I'm going to do a couple lifts up and down. Remember, this is like Carrie's water bottle here. What's nice about this is, again, you got the length of the stick and then the weight. And then the just like the water moves around, you got the stick, the gravity's kind of messing with it. And it's nice. It's a good stabilizer for here. But now let's work on hitting the hammer. So again, I'm trying to work on just my wrist here on my left arm. I'm going up, and this one's more difficult for me. I'm right-handed. And so just thinking about this, there we go. You can see now I'm thinking about it and I'm starting to get better with it. You might find you're doing an exercise and it's tough. And sometimes it's not that you can't do it. It's that we just have to focus on it just a little bit more. Nick, let's have a water break and then let's have you lead us in a few. But sometimes when you're doing an exercise, our concentration is sometimes all that we really have to focus on to then get it. We want to think about the body. Remember, we've learned about our muscles. We've learned about how our body moves and the bones. We've worked out with the skeleton and all that stuff. And so we got to keep that in mind when we're doing our movements. And Nick's got a ball. I'm using the pumpkin again. Nick's laying down. I like this. What's he going for? Oh, he's doing a side to side. He's doing a supine side to side arm extension reach. I like this, Nick. This is a neat exercise, man. Did you come up with this? Did you come up with this on your own? Were you working out with that ball and you came up with this exercise?
I did my way there with my dad yesterday.
You did this one yesterday?
Yeah.
Man, that's great. So he's moving that ball side to side, and that ball looks like it weighs a couple pounds.
It weighs about 5 pounds.
Bob and Brad, Carrie. There you go. Moving it side to side.
2, 1.
One.
The next one is.
Ooh, Nick, this is a great exercise. So Nick's bringing it up. This is almost like a pullover exercise. There you go, Nick. And Nick, if you wanna, there you go, bringing it just like that, kind of over your forehead, just like that. And then I'm doing it sitting down. You're doing it standing up. We're doing a great job with this one. This is a tricep press with a nice little bit of a shoulder, kind of a pec pullover. This is also going to work out your core. This is going to work out your core. Carrie, this is on the list. This is pullover. Where's the list? I got to find my paper. This is pullover. This is that one. I haven't shot this one yet. Nick's reading my mind. He might have read the email and said, like, you know what? I got to help Coach John out. Nice job, Nick. So tricep press pullover. I think we got time, Nick, for maybe 2 more, man. He's doing a full sit-up.
With the ball.
With the ball. So he's bringing it back and forward. If you're sitting down, you're going to be reaching over your head. And then imagine like you're handing this off to somebody, but they're just out of reach. And then that's going to engage your core. So go up here, stretch your core, bring it in, crunch, bring it out, and that's going to engage again. Nice job, Ben. I see you doing it. Great job, QTAR 7. There you go, Carla. Nice job. We got a lot of folks following your lead, Nick.
Do
Working
it.
out.
Do
That one's tough, too.
one.
Was that tough, Nick?
One. And do that stick.
All right. He's going to the exercise stick. And then
We're gonna have Bernie close us out.
Bernie's going to be closing us out. Nick, you'll open us up on Friday. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Okay. Nick's going now from the ball to now the exercise stick. And again, he's doing a chest press with a little bit of a pullover. And he's kind of bringing it over his head. Now, with a nice light weight, that's going to be okay. That's going to help us to work out our shoulders. Now, Nick, I want you to try to keep it straight over your chest, just like that, up and down, and try not to let it go back over your chin. Just use a little bit of concentrate, a little bit. There you go. Try not to let it go backwards. And again, do you feel that difference in your body?
Yeah.
And you're going to, everybody, when you concentrate on the muscles, you're going to feel them working for you, and you're going to feel the control that you're able to put into the object. And that's going to keep the object from controlling you. You don't want the object in gravity to overpower your abilities. And so you can sometimes, just by very, very hard concentration, you can achieve the balance that you want there.
5,
Nice.
4, 3, 2, 1. I have one more.
One more. All right. Is this with the exercise stick? Are you putting that down? Oh, he's got the ball again. All right, let me get my pumpkin. All right. What are you doing here? You're doing a reach down? We can't see you when you reach up. Are you reaching up over your head?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Count it out for us.
3, 4,
Reaching down to the
5,
ground, reaching that ball up overhead.
6, 7,
Sticking out the butt. That helps you to
8,
engage those hips.
9,
It's got great deceleration going
Yeah.
down.
and 9.
Great job, Nick. Great job, man. Excellent job. You did a wonderful workout, leadership workout for us, and outstanding. And, you know, we got just about 2 minutes, and that is plenty of time for our friend Bernie to rejoin us, maybe keep us with one more sip of water. We got time for that too. And then to close out this workout, again, everybody, thank you for joining us. If you're on YouTube and you just watch this whole thing and you haven't already subscribed, come on, what are you waiting on? We do this 3 times a week. You can watch these workouts, you can follow the exercises, and then you can get on the app and you can dive even deeper. You can find out more and more of all the cool exercises. We'll be doing them here, but of course, there's so much there. It's going to take some time. So get on that app now. Don't wait. and start learning some now. Just like Nick, he was showing us things today we've never even done before. I love it. All right, Bernie, go ahead and you got it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in and good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in and happy. Breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. Breathe out the worst. Breathe in your power. Know your meet, your goals first.
Nice job, Bernie. Great job. Charlie Brown's, he's roo in here for you. That was excellent. I'll see you on Friday. Yep. Friday, you know it. Yep. We do our
And Friday
workout
night.
again.
I see
What's that?
Friday. I see Friday. Friday night.
On the fitness social.
Yeah.
That's right. And remember, everybody, let's think about those goals. Let's think about those New Year's goals. We got 360 days. And on Friday,